Hello, and welcome to the August edition of the BatAbility Club newsletter. Now, the surroundings may look a bit different this time. That's because Neil and I are not in the office, but a bit more of that coming up. So, what are we going to tell you all about this month? Well, August has been a particularly exciting and busy month, so let's get into it and let's tell you what's been going on. So, the first of our very exciting goings on for August is a new updated website. Neil, would you like to tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, what's going on, Aileen? Why am I on camera?
Well,
we give you a monthly newsletter slot and then you decide to just totally take over and I'm not allowed on camera anymore. Is that appropriate?
Following last month's performance, I think that we thought it would be better just to try something a little bit different, don't you?
Yeah, well, it's a bit different. I feel as if I'm phoning in from a distant state or something. But
fabulous. That might just be how our viewers would like it. Let's see what feedback we get this month.
But I'll tell you this, okay, I've still got a ticket for the Eurostar, okay, or whatever you call it. So I am coming back to the UK and I'm pretty confident next month there'll be 2 cameras perhaps, yeah.
Well, we'll see how well we got on this month and we'll review the situation.
Okay.
So where are you, Neil, if you're not in the UK?
Well, I am in the Dordogne, as you know, and yeah, we're down here, we're working and recording bats and writing the...
Right, enough about that. We're here to talk about the website. So what's been happening with the website?
Right, okay, really exciting. The website launched about, 4 days ago now, and I'm still getting used to it. We're still trying to make sure there are no errors and everything's working properly. And just so much to talk about the website, but you're not going to let me do that, are you?
No, I'm not. You've got a limited time. We really need to keep things under control this time. You have got 2 sentences to sum up the new website. Go.
It's fabulous, it's brilliant, it's interactive, it's a lot better than it used to be. And it's got slots for fabulous things like your monthly webinar news, the Lighter Cider Club, everything. It's everything the old website wasn't, and all of it.
Okay, that's excellent, but can I just say that by saying it's this, it's that, it's the next thing, that doesn't constitute a sentence. So let's see if we can do slightly better when we talk about other things that have been happening in August. So, what had been happening in August with regards to webinars?
Well, we started off with a webinar on feedback, delivering and receiving. That was something that you and I did together. I thought it was pretty good. We didn't think we could talk for 90 minutes on feedback and we didn't cover the whole subject, to be fair. So that was pretty exciting. I'm surprised I'm not hearing that bell.
Yeah, go.
Well, okay. Okay. Right. Then we did bats and artificial lighting. This was very well attended. I've got to say, the stuff we covered here was very, very important, and we got lots of good questions during the session. And then after that, we did a webinar on social calls.
Right, Middleton, just don't get ahead of yourself, okay? I control the timing. Okay, go for it. Social calls.
Social calls. We did a webinar on social calls, which we've done quite a few times in the past, but this time we tried to introduce 1 or 2 new things that will be coming up in the 2nd edition of the social calls of Bat's book.
Excellent.
Which I'm not allowed to talk about because you rang the bell.
Come on, what's next?
Right, be your guest, Peter Kimberg of Nature Metrics. Wow, that is a presentation. I thought I knew about DNA analysis. The stuff that these guys are doing and what Peter talked about totally blew my socks off, and really, you've got to watch this stuff because DNA analysis is going to places in ways and covering biodiversity in, I've got to say, spectacular.
Excellent. Watch the recorded webinar, folks. Next up.
David Darrell Lambert, a good friend of mine, a good friend of BatAbility, and has appeared on BatAbility Club in the past. Me and David, we sat and we talked birds for about an hour and 45 minutes. From
Only
memory.
an hour and 45 minutes?
And
You two?
Yes. It was a short conversation by myself
Yeah,
and DD Health
that's what I was
Standard, to be
thinking.
fair. But it was fun. We had a good laugh and we talked about some birding stuff. We talked a little bit about life in general. And yeah, it was just a good old natter, or a good old Twitter.
Excellent. Watch that one as well, folks. And last but by no means least,
I've been trying to get this guy on Club for a while now, and to be fair, it's not because he's resisted, it's because I have delayed asking him. I should have asked him a lot sooner than I did. Richard Crompton, a force of nature. He's got his own business, Ecology on Demand. Myself and Richard talked about so many things to do with bat-related subjects, his history, his experiences, what his business does, a couple of points of view from Richard and myself on things that are currently going on. This is a Bat Workers Talking Bat interview, and you would be bonkers. You would be batty bonkers. You would be, it would be unfortunate if you missed it.
excellent. So that's been a quick roundup of what's happened in August this year. So what is coming up next month? What things do you have to catch up on or indeed join live in September? Let's go.
Is it my turn to
It
talk
is
again?
you. Go, go, go.
Excellent. Okay. So I thought bush crickets come up so often in conversations. They annoy many bat workers. They intrigue other bat workers. And of course, there's a whole bush cricket community out there that doesn't do bat work. I thought it's about time we did a webinar on bush cricket acoustic ID. Then we're going to do something on business financials for non-financial managers. This is all about how do you put together a quote? What's invoicing all about? What is a company's annual report from a financial point of view? In other words, things like the profit and loss account, the balance sheet. What do all of these things actually mean? And towards the end of the month, we're going to do something on artificial bat roosts. Now here we're going to get into bat boxes, creating bat roosts, how to behave in and around artificial bat boxes. Anything, if it's got anything to do with artificial bat roosts, generically, we're planning to cover it. And did we mention the new website, Aileen?
I think we might have mentioned a little bit earlier, but here we go. You're going to be giving even more information.
Well, look, here we go. In anticipation that darn bell wouldn't let me talk about the new website.
That bell.
Yeah, that bell wouldn't talk about the new website enough. We're going to do a Just for Club live webinar giving the briefest of tours of the new website and what
briefest
it has
of
to offer.
tours?
Briefest of tours. By that I mean, I'm going to say 15 minutes, but it might end up 20-25 minutes. It's not going to be 90 minutes though, okay? And we'll take questions. We'll take questions as well, maybe.
Perfect. And last but by no means, in September,
Well, I don't know if this is last. I think we'll take care of Al Milano first.
okay.
Al's going to be back giving us a product review on the Peterson M500 USB microphone, as pictured at the bottom of the screen there. And so that'll be Al talking with me interjecting now and again. And after that, we're going to be talking bat with Professor Paul Racy. Now, Aileen, do not ring your bell here. Definitely do not ring your bell here. Okay, Paul Racy is a worldwide leading authority on bats. If you don't know who Paul Racy is and you're in the bat world, you should get straight onto Google right now. For goodness sake, this man has even got a species of bat named after him, and that is not something that happens very often in today's world. So listen in on the Talking Bat, myself and Paul Racy, where we'll talk about Pipistrellus racii and a whole load of other things. That is not to be missed. This guy is as far up there in people's opinions about who are the world leading authorities on bats, that it is BatAbility.
Fabulous. Now, do we know when you're actually going to be talking to Paul Racy?
Yes.
Because that might be useful.
To Paul Racy, I think it is the second week in September, but of course the Talking Bats are not live. The project review with Al Milano is live, but the Talking Bat isn't live, it's purely recorded. That will go up onto the club site mid-month, mid-September.
Perfect. Okay, moving swiftly on, and this month's competition. So a chance to win the new John Russ book, The Bat Calls of Britain and Europe. And in order to win to be in with a chance of winning a copy of the book, all you need to do is drop me an email before the 20th of September and let us know where Neil was this month. He wasn't in the office as per usual, but where was he?
Are we going to be specific? Are we going to say planet Earth? Or are we going to say a country? Or are we going to
Well, I think you narrowed it down. So in order to actually be in with a chance, I think they need to give a specific, not just a country, the region as well.
And that book's just out. I think it retails in excess of £40. I haven't seen it myself yet because I'm in the Dordogne and my copies are waiting for me back in the office. So I think that's a pretty exciting and tenuous, if that's the word, prize.
Excellent. So thanks for listening, folks, this month. Hope you can make time to go back and listen and watch some of the things that have been recorded so far in August, and lots to look forward to in September. So once again, thanks for listening. Everybody take care, keep safe, and we'll see you on the next month's BatAbility Club newsletter.